In this day and age, a lot, if not all of us people, want to live our lives to the fullest. But we're too busy killing ourselves. Let me explain. Time after time, we see post after post, headlines and news of wars and rumors of wars. One video or podcast after another, we hear of natural calamities and disasters striking different parts of the world. But on the other hand, we hear of scandals and drama. We see fake news and read through them. We laugh at all the memes. We listen and look at these things with a sense of normalcy and, dare I say, complacency. As if these things are just a norm. But let me tell you this. The patterns of this world can be dissented from. We can and should renew our thinking with this simple question. Why do we do what we do the way we do? I'll get back to that in a bit. The problem is this. We tend to look and pay attention to what isn't really real. Literally speaking, our attention is being stolen from us, and we become unable, and to a certain degree incompetent, in attending to the things that actually matter. The problem remains convoluted and to some extent uncertain. Uncertain in the sense that it may seem unfeasible and nigh impossible to defeat, especially more so to overcome. Let me put it this way. If you were given two options of something to do for the day, well, number one being that you were to say, pick up a book and read, or go outside and take in the sights and the scenery, at least something of the sort. And number two being to scroll on your phone all day, watching reel after reel, some would even go as far as to say doom scrolling for the entire day. Which would you choose? A lot of us would have opted for the first option, actually, but more of us tend to actually live out the second choice. Hence, you can see it clearly. A lot of us would want to live and breathe, but we're just too caught up in dying slow deaths. We've stopped caring about ourselves and our world, and have started to become the very automatons of decay that kill ourselves and destroy our home. The earth will fade away, but I do hope and pray it will not be by our hand. However, now there is a solution. The solution: see to it that we are not led astray into the deception that is being fed to us, maybe even spoon-fed to us on a daily basis. Well, maybe that's a little generous, because it's happening more frequently than you think. In today's day and age, we are quite literally force-fed information on a grand scale. We in the 21st century, on the average, take in more information than the average Joe of the 20th century. Some studies even go as far as indicating that we take in nearly 100 times more information than someone from that era. The data suggests that we are in the 21st century are consuming a whopping rough estimate of 75 gigabytes of data per day. Going back to that question earlier of why do we do the things we do the way we do them, which is quite a mouthful. But the idea is that we would go back to attending to what really matters. That we would have a why behind the what. To put a name to the face and to put a reason for the action. We as a generation would be people of action. People of change. But change in action needs a reason just as much as it needs passion. To be effective in living out this shared realization, we need to know and believe in what we do and avoid just mindlessly droning on to do them. Because it's time to attend to what really matters.